Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another light novel review. Now today we will be reviewing The Rising of the Shield Hero Volume 3. This is written by Aneko Usagi, and I don't know who it's illustrated by. I can't find it anywhere. Let me see if I can find it inside. No, I can't actually. So I'll figure out who illustrated it and I'll put it up on the screen right now. Now, it's published by One Piece Books, which is a small publishing company. I think besides this, they have 2 or 3 other titles that are relatively big. And everything else that they publish is pretty small. But I mean, this is a huge title, so they don't really need all that much more besides this. The demographic is seinen. The genres are isekai and dark fantasy. And there is an adaptation, and season 1 covers volumes 1 through 5. I haven't watched it besides the first episode or 2. So I don't know if it's any good. Now the premise here is that following the fallout of battling the zombie dragon in volume 2, which you guys can see the review for up there, now Fumi must find a way to heal Raphalia before the third wave arrives. So most of the plotline is based around that. Now the plotline here is rather good. I mean, as good as it really can be. The plotline mostly is enjoyable, but it is based on politics. So if you're not really interested in, character-driven problems and like the political machinations of a group of people affecting our main character, this might not be for you, but I do enjoy it, and so I liked what the book was talking about. It involves a lot of interpersonal, tension between characters to develop the plotline, which I quite like. It's better than last volume. Last volume was really just based around Naofumi gathering resources and trying to figure out how to live his life with no support from the Melomarkins, I guess. Which was interesting, but it wasn't really all that great. And yeah, basically, the key points here are save Raphalia, which happens pretty easily in the early stages of the book. Escort Melty, which is a new character. The third wave, where a new character that is a bad guy is introduced. And then leave Melomark behind. I don't really know how to say that country's name, but basically leave it and go somewhere else. Now, it wasn't all that, deep. And although the book looks really thick, it doesn't really have all that much substance. There's enough stuff to keep you entertained, and it's a really fast read. But it's not like it's super crazy amazing in terms of how deep it is, right? So just watch out for that. It's, I think if you read them one after the other, it does help you feel like there's this great thing happening and that there's these far-reaching, meaningful situations occurring. But if you're reading it like me, one every couple months, you do really notice that there's not all that much happening in each book. So that's kind of a thing. I definitely recommend binge reading this instead of reading it one by one. Now, the characters here are nice. I enjoy the development of Naofumi's group. Basically, he's really all in dad mode, and Raphalia doesn't like that much, and Philo doesn't really dislike it. She actually quite likes it, I think. And I enjoy the development between them because they're growing closer and more sure of their relationship and kind of developing their teamwork, I guess, which I think is really nice. And I like Melty, the new character that's introduced. I don't really want to say much about her because it is kind of a spoiler, but Naofumi is really mean to her, and I guess with good reason. But he just preemptively decides that she's going to be a bad person instead of waiting to see if she is. But I guess that makes sense with the way that Naofumi has changed due to the betrayal, that he suffered at the hands of the other heroes and the government that summoned him. So, understandable. I get it. I really hate the heroes. Their characterization is so bad. Are they just really stupid? I don't really understand what the point is. Like, they're so easily manipulated. And I understand that they think it's a game because all three of them learned about it as a game first, right? And to them, it's very traditional isekai, like, oh, I'm not going to die, I'm just going to reset, and it's all going to be good because this is just a game. But they should realize really quickly that it's not a game because they're, like, actually feeling pain and, like, developing strength and stuff the more that they use their weapons. So I don't understand how they still think it's a game and don't view it as all that important. And I really hate them because they're so dumb. Like, they're so easily manipulated, and it's so, like, annoying because it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I really don't like them as characters. They have a small amount of development. Like, they start to realize that they're not, like, that Naofumi isn't a bad guy, but they're just so stupid. I just don't like them as characters at all. Now, there's one last character that gets introduced, whose name is Glass. And what the hell? She just came out of nowhere and beat the crap out of everyone and then dipped. And I have no idea who she is or what she is, but I really like her introduction because it adds a lot of mystery and kind of freshness to the story. But yeah, so world building wise, basically there's two bits of world building here that are important. The mystery of the waves that threaten this world kind of develops a little bit, and it's like, what are these? Where do they come from? And who summoned all of these beasts? The introduction of Glass as a character really helps this along, but really we don't have any answers yet. So that is what it is. Now, I enjoyed the development of the church of the three heroes instead of four, which is weird. And the societal pressures that they exert on people, especially in the kingdom of Melomark. And it's really good, but it just sounds like some dumb prejudice stuff, which I really dislike because, I don't know. In a world, well, actually, it does make a lot of sense when you think about it in a world where there's, like, different species of intelligent beings. Prejudice and, like, development of that kind really makes a lot more sense because there are, like, actual physical real differences between a human and a demi-human and between, you know, all different types of races. So it makes sense that these, like, sort of societal pressures to stay to your own people, you know, get expanded on and turn into these crazy, like, horrible racism aspects in a world where, you know, race is actually a thing that exists instead of a fake distinction based on skin tone. So it's very interesting, but I don't know. I really don't like the church either. But yeah, the character, like, I think the author wanted, like, clear-cut bad guys, and in order to have clear-cut bad guys, they had to make them stupid, because otherwise it doesn't make sense for them to be bad guys, or at least antagonistic to Naofumi. And I'm not really sure I like that, but I understand why they did it. So, whatever, I guess. Yeah, the art is good. It's very intricate. It's very beautiful. And there are some illustrations that are really impactful that I really love. Especially there's one of Philo with, like, these weird claws out that has a very beautiful, like, motion to it. And it's really impactful. And you can feel like Philo is really going to punch you through the page, which I really liked. Fanservice wise, there's really no fanservice in this volume at all. And rating for this book is a 3.5 out of 5. It's good, but there wasn't anything amazing. And although it's a really quick read because there's only, like, I don't know, 200 words per page, it did feel like it was slow going. And the characterization of the heroes really grinds my gears so much. So, yeah. Now, I do want to note that the page length here shifts a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys can clearly see it. Can you guys see it there? You see that? It's like, this is okay, and then it dips, and then it rises again, and then it has this, like, downward, like, motion that way, which I really dislike. They should have cut this better. I do want to note that besides the problem with the pages, there was also a few typos that I noticed. There was 2 times where there was missing quotation marks, and there was 2 times where there was a typo. It's not really all that important, but it was really annoying, and I guess it's because of the addition of the book. I'm not really sure. I don't really want to dig through the book and find them, but that's basically it on that, I guess. Okay, actually there was 3 typos and 2 missing quotation marks and 1 misspelling. That's what I wrote on my notes, so that's what we'll go for. Do I recommend this title? Sure, it's a pretty fun title. If you like the first 2, you'll probably like this one. Similar titles, Overlord and Log Horizon are the things that I most find to be similar to this. And that's basically it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. I would really appreciate if you guys would let me know if you had problems with your copies of the Shield Hero Volume 3 as well. I didn't have any problems with Volumes 1 and 2, so I don't understand why I had them in Volume 3. It doesn't really make sense to have problems in the 3rd volume when you did great with the first 2, in my opinion. Like, you would assume that they would have problems with the 1st volume and then get better each volume after that. But I'm not really sure what the situation was. It was kind of annoying, but it's not really all that important. You find typos and problems with regular novels all the time. So yeah, that was basically it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.